Holy shit.
Got him.
This is a mega bass. The Booyah Toad Runner, that's a must-have if you're coming up to Noganosh. There's a lot of pads, a lot of opportunity to find some green bass. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the lures you should bring with you when going to Noganosh Lake Provincial Park. If it's largemouth you're after and exciting topwater action, you have to bring some kind of frog lure with you because there's lily pads everywhere. The lure I recommend is the Booyah Toad Runner. As you can see, unlike most frog lures, it's got a paddle tail similar to what you'd find on a whopper plopper, which has some disadvantages. It's not quite as weedless as a regular frog, and these tails are not the most durable. Each lure comes with one extra, but you might want to bring a couple more extras if you're coming here for a week. But the big advantage is you can straight reel it back to the canoe without having to work it all the time, which I find is a lot easier to do when you're sitting down. Make sure to bring a couple of these if you're chasing largemouth at Noganosh Lake Provincial Park.
But what about smallmouth? Are there any big ones in Noganosh Lake Provincial Park? See for yourself.
That's a giant.
Yup, get ready for it.
Don't force him.
Okay.
Like, if he has to get tired, he gets tired. Stay down, buddy. Don't jump. Don't jump.
What do I do to keep him from jumping?
Don't. You're doing good. No.
Is it close?
Get him there.
Keep
Keep him down, keep him down, keep him down.
So what do I do now?
Just, you're gonna have to bring him in slow.
It's coming for ya.
Just a little bit more. I don't want to reach for him. No.
Oh, that was just like crazy. Okay, he's coming back.
I need you to bring him a bit closer. Holy
Got him.
This is a mega bass.
What a great job by Heather reeling in that monster smallmouth. Now let's talk about what lures she used.
We spent quite a bit of time on this trip chasing the green ones. I'm talking largemouth. And while that can be a lot of fun, maybe that was an error. Maybe we should have gone down. Maybe we should have gone downtown. Downtown to where it gets brown. I'm talking about smallmouth bass because there are some monsters in these lakes. While I'm not a huge fan of trolling sometimes when you're in a canoe and not in a fancy $100,000 bass boat, that's what you gotta do to cover deeper water effectively and efficiently. This is my favorite lure for trolling deeper water, at least when we're talking about crankbaits, and it'll catch you lake trout in the spring or big smallmouth bass in the fall. I can't remember the name of this lure right now, but I will post it on my blog, so make sure to check that out. When you're doing this, focus on some key areas. Don't just go anywhere, wherever with no plan of attack. For example, Smoky Lake, there's a lot of visible shoals. Troll around those. Rocky points are another really key area in the fall. If you focus on those areas, I promise you, you'll catch some big, big brown bass.
Those are the key baits to take with you to Noganosh Lake Provincial Park. How about a few other recommendations? For largemouth, I really like the 3-inch cover craw by Jackal. Normally I fish the 4-inch version on bait casting gear, but when you're camping, and most people take spinning gear when they're camping, you can put the 3-inch version on a 3/0 hook, fish it on a medium heavy rod on 20 or 30 pound braid. It's a great presentation to use around the many laydowns that are in Noganosh Lake Provincial Park. For smallmouth, tubes are an obvious choice. I like a white color in the fall as it resembles the many bait fish the smallmouth are chasing. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments section. You can find a link to my blog in the description of the video. My blog post contains trip notes, maps, photos, and other useful information.